Hello, hello. Today is the 5th of November, and I just wanted to give you guys a very quick reading, though my spiritual helpers are letting me know I need to rest. I do want to see if I can use a Rider-Waite based tarot to look at why Amy Barrett's husband seemed less than enthused during her confirmation. That's just been a curious standout. And I'm going to see if my guides will help me and give me some assistance for a clear reading today. They may not. I know that they want me to. I've been itching to do it, but they're like only readings for yourself and maybe one other person. So this is what'll happen is I'll try to read on other stuff and it'll be all a puzzle that I can't find context or meaning, a story to pull out of that makes sense. In other words, it will become an exercise in futility if I'm not meant to read on it. For me. Other people, you all might be able to see it, but for me, there's telling me to rest. But I do want to look at this. And they might allow that. So let's see. Indulge me it, please. What was Amy Coney Barrett's husband's less than enthusiastic response? What was that all about? Why? What was he thinking? What was his concern? Can you show us that? And I ask my ancestors, Creator, spiritual helpers to definitely help me interpret this correctly. Well, Ace of Cups, Ace of, see? I have the Page of Cups, which could be a child card. And we have the Hermit. And we have the Strength card. There is something about children here. And I do feel like it is something that's off the radar, so to speak. So he might be nervous that something concerning a child or children that's off the radar. I think he was concerned about it being found out before she was confirmed. There has been help that got her in some way that is not quite honest, under the table type help. There is a sense of celebration for him. I think he's relieved now, but I think he's was worried that something would get exposed, and they had help with regard to something where issues of a child or children are concerned in the past. Something I think was done in an off the radar kind of a manner. And so I'm feeling like a weight of, he feels like now a weight has been relieved because he was concerned about something that looks like they had help to cover up. And it would have revealed something less than positive with her, I think, anti-choice stance. They still will worry. And especially, I think, with a new president coming in. And I think this looks like Barrett to me. I don't think she's entirely at ease with her position, even though she's been confirmed. Because the presidency, and perhaps what the president is now going to be expected of her. Though, this is about her husband, what he was feeling. Perhaps that's what he's feeling now what the president is going to be expected of her. Expect of her, rather. So I think her husband's nervous that if Donald Trump doesn't get the presidency, this thing that they had help with regarding I feel like it looks like something to do with children or a child, that was off the radar, connected to her. And I don't know quite what it is, but I'm just going to leave that there. And is definitely going to be something, and it does have to do, I feel like, with abortion, and the church teachings. Let's just pull the next two. There's, I believe, more than one person at work here, it shows. And there's a great deal of emotional energy regarding, I feel like this could be Ivanka. Ivanka may approach Barrett, his wife. And that might be, I think, making them very nervous and making him very nervous for his wife. I think the things that President Trump is going to expect from, and yeah, I did just say that, but I'm saying it because he's going out the door. The fact that there's going to be the change in presidency is big here. I think Amy's husband is nervous for that. I think he's also nervous for what Trump is going to demand of her and expect of her to be involved in. And it looks like Ivanka might be the in-between, go-between person that carries that message to them of, hey, now you got to scratch the president's back so he can stay in office. I see a great deal of anger here. I feel like it's directed toward a certain target, and there's also at the same time defense, being in a hot seat. So I feel like they're going to be under pressure to act. His wife will be under pressure to act on behalf of Trump. But at the same time, they are going to be under pressure if they do. Almost evenly, a 7 and an 8. I just wonder how that's going to go for them. 2 and 9. Oh my gosh, it went 7, 8, 9 in the wands. Well, I think this could be her husband potentially. He feels very protective and like he's got a boundary around him, like he's ready for the fight, kind of. He knows there's going to be a fight, and he's prepping for it. This could also be, if not, Trump's wand aspect, his Marsian nature coming out, which I fully expect. Like I said, I feel like he's a tick that's digging into the skin of this nation and trying to burrow. So I think we are going to need to be thoughtful in our extraction of him. And I think we will be. I think, hopefully. I definitely personally feel that Nancy will probably have to get a bit involved in coaxing him and encouraging him to leave, shall we say. And I don't know that he's going to want to... He's so stubborn. I think he's going to want to do it his way to the end. But he'll go. He will end up going. That's all I can tell you. So, there is that on Amy Barrett's husband. That's what that look was for. Now let's just see how will Amy Barrett do with a new government coming in. How do things look for Amy with the government that will be declared in? Oh, look at that. She's going to be worried because it's not going to go the way she thought. I think here, Trump's tower moment, we are at the precipice of, and her goal as sitting on the bench, she's going to be worried about. Because the people are going to demand balance. They're going to demand somebody that's more independent-minded to fill that Ruth's Bader Ginsburg spot. She is not in any way the one for that post. So I'm not quite sure how, but I see with temperance, there's combinations. And maybe it's whatever BS she's used or to make herself look good. Not exactly sure. Again, we get the issue with a child, and children come into the picture. And I believe mothers, a reproductive issue. There's some kind of change here. 10, and in the major arcana, another 10 with the Wheel of Fortune. Something that will happen quickly. I feel like it will be the end of Barretts' very emotional. There's a lot of petty bullshit around this. I think she may not... Something could yet happen with that. With her placement. And it has to do with her past, has to do with the child. And I know it's got in connection to abortion, and this is she's going to be in for a real shock, because I don't believe that Trump will be reelected. So there you go. I'm going to leave it for now for there, because I think I've done what they're allowed me to do politically. Okay? I will see you in the next video, which will be coming up. I'll be working on those. Okay. Take a breath, y'all. Just take a breath. Do something and shake it off. Just check in. Don't make yourself miserable. Be hopeful, because it's a new era. I'm telling you.